Okay, we are back, and this is your PowerPoint presentation. The Fear Agenda is starting right now. As you know, I've been talking about agendas. Like last time was the starting, they activated the agenda of the faceless. I'll tell you why they're activating those agendas, because basically the elites are going to implement their own agendas for the new paradigm. And just recently, yesterday, was activated the fear agenda. I'm going to tell you what is the fear agenda. If you think that the coronavirus did not scare the hell out of you, just wait. This is really going to shock you. All right, guys? Mm-hmm. All righty then. So, for those who are following me, before we start our presentation, I'm promoting this company called Atlas and Beyond, and basically it's a platform to teach you how to trade, how to become a professional trader. Nobody's is going to be pushing you. You can learn through the videos both in Spanish and English, and be able to learn at your own pace what is trading is all about. And also we have classes that you can actually learn how to trade, like, trading on hands, right? Mm-hmm. And be able to make good money. So if you're interested, this is my link about Divine Intel, my Atlas, Beyond.com, or you can also subscribe under Kerry McCoy. Both really doesn't matter. So if you want to join us, please join us. Just let me know that you're joining under me, and I will take care of you. I'm not going to let you alone. Okay, guys? All right. So now let's talk about the PowerPoint. Our topics that we're going to cover are the following. We're going to talk about the Department of Treasury. Okay? And then we're going to also talk about the fear agenda. Okay? All right. So now let's talk about the Department of Treasury. And then after we're done with the Department of Treasury, we're going to follow the PowerPoint. So, the United States Treasury, Department of Treasury, is publicly addressing the unfair currency practices. Did you know that, Shala?
I did not.
Okay, now I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we're back, and like we were talking about the Department of Treasury. As you can see, this came out. This is the latest press release from the Department of Treasury. It says the United States Treasury Department provides currency valuation assessment in countervailing duty proceeding. Washington consistent that the priority of the Trump administration. Listen what it says. Let me just make it. Maybe I can make it a little bigger so everybody can. Let me zoom it in. It says, consistent with the priority of the Trump administration to address unfair, see that, currency practices, the United States Department of Treasury has provided to the Commerce Department an assessment of currency undervaluation for a pending countervailing duty proceeding. The assessment is available on the Commerce Department public record of the proceeding. Now, what exactly are they talking about with this complex English? They're going to go after the countries who manipulate currency. They manipulate the value of the currencies. That's why the priority of Donald Trump and his presidency, his administration, is to address unfair currency practices. Because all the countries, including Iraq, are practicing. See the word practicing? Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing. They're practicing unfair currency values. See that?
Yep.
They practice because they're not hiding. They're doing it on purpose. Because I've been telling you guys that you need to pay attention to Intel and stop listening to gurus, to their bullshit. In my last live show, on my wake up video, I told you, I even show you a video from Johnny. And I've been telling you for many, many years now that the gurus are basically entertaining you, because their main source, their main mission is not to provide you with intel, is to provide you with fairy tales, with entertainments. The more you are unaware of what's going on in the process, the more confused you will become, and you will not know what to do when the RB happen. So it doesn't matter if you don't like me. It doesn't matter if you don't agree with me. Facts don't care about gurus' bullshit. I've been talking about this, that you need to pay attention to real intel, real news. This comes from the Department of Treasury. And as you know, even the gurus have been using the Department of Treasury like they have the key to make you rich. They have the key to implement fair currency practices, not to release a value from another country, because another country is sovereign. And if I remember it right, the reason why Iraq is going in a tour is to tell the whole world we are sovereign, we are independent, right?
Right.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, gurus and their retardness, supposedly intel, they've been telling you about. I remember when I had Tank in my show. He said that he was going to sue the Department of Treasury. This guy, which I really sorry ever brought him in my show, I asked him right here. I asked him in my show. I told him, look, who's gonna pay for the bill? Because the bigger the bill is, the bigger the fish is, the bigger will be the bill. And what was his answer? Oh, we are taking care of it. And I never heard about his bullshit lawsuit against, and that was like 3 years ago. I never heard about his bullshit lawsuit against the Department of Treasury. I'll be surprised to know, because I don't follow gurus, but I'll be surprised to know if this idiot is still around. But this is the reason what I've been telling you guys. Gurus are in bed with the cabal. They are in bed with the cabal because the more fairy tales they bring you, the more confused you're going to become. The more bullshit they're going to bring you, the more idiot you become. So when the RB happen, you will not be able to exchange. And you know why? For many reasons. It's called normalcy bias. If you have been following me for the last 5 years, I have talked about normalcy bias. Normalcy bias is a condition, a mental condition for people to be able to grasp and know how to handle critical situations. In a situation that you, all of you guys, have been waiting for more than 18 years, knowing that you're already rich, your normalcy bias will kick in. And you will not know what to do at that time. I've been giving you guys, little by little, real intel, real education, real facts. And the more I'm educating you, the more facts I'm bringing you, guess what the enemy is doing? The more they are attacking me. The more they don't want me around. Because the more retard you become, the better for them. The more retard you become, the better they know that they control you. And they've been controlling you through emotions. 99.9% of all the people who are watching my video are being controlled by emotions. Your perception, your ability to come out with a good solution, a decision. Most of you base your decisions through emotions. And the cabal, the enemy, knows that, and he's going to take care of you. He's going to take advantage of you, knowing that you are needy, that you're so hungry to become rich, that you're so needy to change your life. The devil, the enemy, the cabal will take advantage of that, and that's the way it's going to be. Because I'm telling you guys right now, 20% will be the only people that will be able to change. Nobody will wait for instructions. Everybody will go, the majority of people will go for those 800 numbers in that website. And you will not give a shit or give a fuck about proceedings. You will not care about instructions. You will not care about doing the right step for you to become wealthy. No, you're going to continue listening to these retards and their bullshit, and you will be sorry in the future. Because let me remind you, I was in the future and I saw exactly what I'm talking about. That's it. Unfair currency practices is exactly what's going to trigger the reset. It will trigger the RB. Two different things. As the biggest economy in the entire planet, practice, enforce fair currency practices, we will see changes in the months of September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April. And the rest of the currency will happen up to 10 years. Did I contradict myself? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's the reason why they hate me. Because every single time I open my mouth and I tell you the thing that happens, it happens. So go ahead, retards, attack me. People are watching your comments. They know that you hate me because I'm destroying your bullshit. I'm destroying your guru. I'm destroying the enemy of the people. Good people who wants to do good things to humanity. That is why they want me out. Watch. So now you know what's happening. I think I explained it very well. Didn't I explain it very well?
Yes, and I want to thank you for that.
Okay. So please pay attention, because the next segment of the presentation, I'm going to talk about the climax, when things seems at the worst. When we get to the climax, we will see our blessing coming. I'm going to one more time put all the pieces together, because as things coming, we're learning that God, the living spirit of God, the Holy Ghost is speaking to me, to Johnny from Currency 365, from Twisted Christian, and others, because we are listening and we are paying attention to the roadmap. That's the prophetic word of King Clement. So please pay attention. All right, I'm going to shock you. This video is probably the most important video I ever done in the last almost 6 years. Okay, so I was going to go to the PowerPoint, but something came out, so let me explain to you what's going on. This just came out in the news, okay? This is, today is August 23rd, right? So it says, Kuwait is running out of money to pay public salaries. Let's read the article, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on. Kuwait is running out of money for the salaries of public servants and will have no money to cover This after what number? After what month?
November.
After November. Right?
The 20th.
How many months do we have for November?
The 11th month.
No. How many months do we have? Right now, what month are we?
November. Or we're
August.
August.
Okay, how many months we got until we got to November?
2.
2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The country's finance minister told Parliament, unless, listen what it says, unless oil prices rise, the money being used now, withdrawals from the General Reserve Fund will simply be depleted. What did I tell you about goals and gurus bullshit? Didn't I told you that gold is meaningless right now? Didn't I told you that the gold that God told the King Clement was not the yellow gold, it was the black gold?
Yes, you did.
Didn't I told you the currency will be backed by oil, not by gold in the beginning?
Yes, you did.
Didn't I told you that they will raise the price of oil, that nobody will be able to afford to fill the tanks of their cars? Yes or no?
You did.
And this is the reason why they hate me, because I always kill their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me explain what's going to happen, shall we? Will simply be depleted. Let me just remind you something about Kuwait. Kuwait has a top-notch economy. Their currency is higher than the American dollar. Let me remind also people, what is the name of the currency of Kuwait, Chala?
Dinar.
Excuse me?
The dinar.
The dinar. Okay. Now, let's continue reading the article. It says right here, Middle East Monitor report citing that the official Barak al-Shiran Kuwait budget deficit hit $18.44 billion in fiscal between 2019 and 20, which ended in March. The deficit will widen this fiscal year and on the back of the oil price collapse and the pandemic potentially reaching $45.78 billion. Notice that they're using the pandemic agenda, which is the crisis agenda. Right, Chala?
Yes, they are.
This is up from a previous deficit projection of $25.18 billion. In January of this year, when Kuwait was budgeting the fiscal year of 2021, the size of the deficit stipulated that the budget was $3.33 billion based on the oil price projections of $50 a barrel of Brent. The budget gap was 19% higher than the deficit of the previous fiscal year. I'm not going to continue reading. You got the message. They want the oil prices go up. Now let me give you intel. Number one, Mustafa, when he was here, he met several delegations from other countries, yes or no?
Yes.
Did he met the king, the delegation for Saudi Arabia, yes or no?
He did.
Then we have the news saying that the king of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, which Mustafa, they agreed to level the oil market, yes or no?
Yes.
Didn't I told you that Iraq and Saudi Arabia will separate from OPEC and raise the price of oil, yes or no?
Did.
It hasn't happened yet. When it happens, guess what's going to happen? That train will come. And when the train will come, Kuwait will follow. And when Kuwait will follow, Qatar will follow. And when Qatar will follow, the rest of the oil countries would follow. And when they all get together, they will break the financial system. And then what's going to happen? The dinar. Unity of economies. Did I contradict myself? Enemies and trolls and gurus and their bullshit? I don't think so. Facts don't care about your bullshit 800 numbers. That's why they hate me. I keep killing their bullshit. You're not going to get 800 number. You're going to get scammed. You're not going to... Look, let me tell you something. Didn't I read the last time a so-called Intel, which is bullshit and lies, that they were going to liquidate last Friday?
Yes.
Have you heard anything that people getting rich?
Nada. None.
There you go. How many times have been saying the same bullshit?
You've been telling us every day. Every time we film.
Go. You see, this is the reason, guys. It's easy for me to kill the bullshit. That's why they hate me. They hate me because I'm there to say, no, you're not going to get rich. Not yet. Gurus don't care about process. They don't. They don't have no sources. They have no fucking idea what the fuck they're talking about. They have nothing. They have literally nothing. This is a process. I'm not entertaining you. You're watching the news on RT. This is facts. They don't have the money. Why? Because they're still in the fiat system. Mm-hmm. They are in the fiat system. They know that the new market up there, the new financial system, will not accept the fiat system. So therefore, they're going to have back support. And the only back support they will have is by everybody back their currencies for something that have real value. Natural resources. What is the number one natural resource that has a real value? Oil, not gold. Mm-hmm. Oil, not gold. On the contrary, with all the retards and all the people who talk about Nesara Gesara bullshit and everybody in Dinaland talking about all this, I am the only one, and also Johnny, and also Twisted Christian, we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. Okay, I believe Twisted Christian also been talking about this. Yes, gold will be really big, but not yet. Not yet. When oil kicks in, we will already be in the RB. Everybody will exchange. Gold is not going to be big enough. And I'm going to tell you something. According to my sources, because I do have real sources, gold will high by the middle of next year. Not right now. By the middle of next year, gold will go high. Okay? So this is the one I'm trying to tell you guys. Everything is a process and people don't like to see process. Okay? So there you go. All right. So now I think we can go now to the PowerPoint, right?
Yes, we can.
All right. So let's go to the PowerPoint. Okay. We got it done. All right. So now we can talk about the FREE agenda. This agenda is part of both the cabal and the new elite. Mm-hmm. Because contrary of all the gurus, once again, I need to remember you guys that, you've been entertained, you've been brainwashed. So I need to remember all the time, that they've been wrong 100% all the time. They don't have no intel. Exclusively that idiot, what's his name? Ben Johnson or Ben Forward? Ben Forward. Ben Full Forward, right? I think it's It's another idiot. That guy doesn't know crap. Okay, what he's talking about. All of you been watching. They don't have nothing. They really have no no intel, no sources. They've all been entertained. They're cabal agents. They're cabal agents. All right. So the fear agenda just being activated yesterday, was activated yesterday. And that's the reason we are seeing this thing happening in the United States. They're going to use this agenda to bring us to the climax. And from the climax, they're going to destroy the financial system. So after the destroy of the financial system, there will be a transformation, because this year is the 2020, the year of transformation. Remember in the beginning of the year? I did a show and I said 2020 is the year of the transformation. And you cannot have a transformation unless we have what? Destruction. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
See, I've been telling you, and all these things are happening right now. They cannot give you a QFS, a quantum financial system. I don't care how you call it. It's not even quantum financial system. It is an artificial intelligence system. Okay? They cannot give you, they cannot implement it because an idiot guru telling you, no, they need to have a justification. And the justification for the whole world to accept it will be destruction, will be something that they will say, we need a better system, let's do it. Did I make myself clear?
Yes, you did.
All right. So this is the reason why they're coming with all these agendas. First of all, I'll talk about the agenda of the faceless, and watch, it's going to come back again. Because things are going to be done and people will not know who did it. That's the faceless agenda. Got it?
Got it.
All right. So the fear agenda. We are going to base this presentation in the prophetic word. And that's the reason. Let me just move you right here. Good. That's the reason I'm showing you this for free, because I do not sell divine intel. I sell elites intel. And many of you don't get it. I've been repeating this a long time ago. All right. So 90%, let me just see if I can move that rest. All right. So 90% will be based on the prophetic word, and 10% will be based on elite intel. The fear agenda. We're going to start with the coronavirus. That's how they implement it. And I'll tell you from the very beginning. I even told you 3 months ago that the elites, the cabal and the new elite, will implement something that the world will never be the same. They did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I even told you that they do this every 13 years and a half. Before that, it was the HIV, right? The AIDS. Remember that?
Yeah.
Not before. Before that, it was the towers. It was the attack of the towers, right?
Yes.
Why did they do the attack of the towers? They delayed the currency reset. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Back in 2001, they delayed the Iraqi dinar RB. They delay the reset. It was supposed to happen back in September 11, 2001. Please pay attention, people, because most of the things that I'm going to say it, I'm going to speak with it, and I'm not going to show too many letters in the PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If they prevent and they delay the RB of the Iraqi dinar back in September 11, 2001, this coming September 11 and September 15, watch out. I'm going to say it one more time. If the cabal, because it was the cabal, not the new elite. The cabal prevented the RB and the reset back in 2001 by destroying those towers in New York, killing more than 3,000 people to prevent the unstoppable of the new financial system, of the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. Watch out for September 11, 2020, and watch out for September 15, 2020. Many of you will be asking, why don't you just tell us? I cannot tell you. I'm only going to give you what you need to know, not what you want to know.
Prepare.
You've been brainwashed by the gurus to give you false RB and exchanges for the last 18 years. You have been brainwashed. You have become a retard. Do not expect me that I will help them for you to become another retard. Just wait. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay? Now, since they've been basically changing your paradigm, your reality, through the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That's the first time they did it. Second time, the HIV, the AIDS. They screw your sex life. Third time, the destructions of the towers. And now they give you the coronavirus, and that happens in a period of 13 years and a half. The number 13 is a cabal, agenda, ritual, satanic number. And now they introduce you this, and I told you months ago they were going to do it. That the world will never be the same. Now, take a look of King Clement's prophecy. I'm going to address just two little parts of King Clement's prophecy. We're going to talk about that part of the prophecy because we need to actually take a look, in a closer look. And as I explained to you, I'm going to put all the pieces together again. Within the prophetic word of King Clement, we have this part. Therefore, there shall be a break in the financial system, and it tells us right there when it's going to be the financial system in the Middle East. And there's a little pause and says, the dinar. I told you in the beginning years ago that if there will be a break in the financial system in the Middle East, it's got to trigger in the United States. For those who've been following me, you know that I don't contradict myself, and I even told you that. Right?
Right.
What is the one thing that Mustafa, basically before he came up to the United States, announced to the world? Something that the gurus never told you. Something that the gurus and their beautiful sources, their real sources, something that Devi Schmidt and their bullshit family dragon has never able to tell you anything because they're just criminals and they want you to be a retard. They don't tell you the process. I told you the process. And I even went all over Dinala and I said, you're not going to exchange until all the reforms are done. Didn't I say that?
Yes, you did.
So what the Iraq did, we are going to do reforms.
Mm-hmm.
When the reforms are done, anything can happen. Watch out, guys, because the gurus are listening and watching my show. They will come with websites, 800 numbers. They even gonna come with something called baits. Are you paying attention? They're gonna come with baits, meaning they're gonna say, look, we know that you're gonna be rich. We know that you need us to gain your trust. We're gonna give you this. Watch. We're gonna give you this right in front of the door. I just killed their bullshit again. I just told you what they're gonna do before they even going to do it. Because I am one step ahead of everybody, two step ahead of everybody, and for the name of Jesus Christ, I am 3 steps ahead of every single guru bullshit. Watch. They're gonna put a bait on you. They're desperate. Watch. It's coming. So let's go back to the prophetic word of King Clement. Because even King Clement said it.
Yes, he did.
Even King Clement said it. They gave him the dinar. He have never seen the dinar, the currency, the dinar. He grabbed it. In the moment that he grabbed it, the Holy Ghost spoke to him. He got vibrations. And what did he said? He said, the brokers are taking advantage of the people of God. The brokers are taking advantage of people who are waiting for this blessing. Who are the brokers? The brokers are the financial criminals. The brokers are who? The traders. Traders. Where do you think you're going to have your higher rate? Through trading. Through something that there's only one chance to do it. It's called the black pool. The private exchanges are called black pool. It's a high risk transaction in the banking industry. It's a high risk transaction, and they're not even exchanging. You know what they're doing? They're swapping. They need to have a bunch of money, and when the rate changes, they swap it. It's not even exchange. They get it in a higher rate. It's called black pool. You know why they call it black pool? Because it is not monitored by the government. It's not monitored by the bankers. It's not monitored by anybody. So if it's not monitored by the government, it's not monitored by the bankers. It's basically because we're living in a free world with currency, right? These black pools are only done once every 25 years. Okay? And it's time for them to do it again. And they have no obligation to tell you this is your part. They're gonna fly over. They're gonna disappear when the black pool is done, and that's it. And you are not gonna get your money back.
You just gone, disappeared.
That's it. That's it. I just told you what it is. Every single private exchange is called black pool. Google it. Black pool. Google it. All right? So, if God is the Holy Ghost told his prophet that the brokers are behind all these private groups, watch out. They're taking advantage of you, and they will scam you. I'm not making this up. Google it. All right? There you go. So, therefore, there shall be a break in the financial system in the Middle East, the dinar, because there will be a unity of countries who their main natural resource will be the oil, right? What's the currency of Kuwait again?
Dinar.
The dinar. And the dinar is basically the main source, the main currency, the main paper currency that they will compete during the currency financial reset.
Yes.
Okay. God said to his prophet, when things seem at the worst, I shall bring it forth, said the Lord, and I shall free them up. I want you to please pay attention to this little part. God says, through the prophetic word of King Clement, when things seem at the worst, we've been battling for a long time, not trying to find out how much bad can it be. It's a never ending, right?
Right.
We have the virus. We have the higher rates of everything is coming out. Food is coming up, right?
Yep.
Food is coming up. There will be hyperinflation coming up.
Shortage.
Right? Shortage, exactly. We have the Democrats trying to steal the elections again.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And we got many things that are going wrong. And many things that I've been talking about are happening. Blackouts everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Banks disappearing your money. Banks mistakenly sending billions of dollars to other accounts out of nothing. And they just go, oops, sorry, it was just a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
When things seem at the worst, and the Lord says, I shall bring it forth, meaning I shall reveal it to you. And I shall free them up, meaning I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to let it happen. Because the only way the financial system will happen, the only way they're going to try to fix what is broken in the past and reset again, is to delete everything that did not work in the past and start all over again. That is the reset. God is telling us that He is going to reveal all the corruption through the months of August, September, November, and December. I'm going to repeat it again. God is going to reveal all that corruption in the financial system between August, September, November, and December in order to have symbolic and tremendous, significant, and meaning, powerful changes in the financial system. Everything has a justification and a logic. Right, Shala?
Right.
There you go. Now, why did I brought up Pastor Dana Coverston? If you remember, this was a interview that I brought this man of God to tell us about his dream, his prophetic dream. In this prophetic dream, he said that God knocked out 3 times and something happened. Then he knocked up again 3 times in the month of November. And it splashed. It went all over. Everything exploded. I want you to remember that. In the month of November, everything exploded. He saw civil unrest. He saw civil war within the United States. Remember that, Shala?
Yes.
All right. So, even Karen McCoy asked all the questions. That's where I brought him. I've been feeding you guys, not with entertaining. I've been feeding you guys with the prophetic word, a roadmap for a blessing. Do you guys understand now?
We do.
That's what I need you to focus on. God's promise. I don't want you to focus on gurus. Stop listening to gurus. The prophetic word of King Clement and the prophetic dreams and the prophetic word of all the people I'm going to talk about it will bring us to a blessing. Because God is speaking to his jets. God is speaking to Johnny and his currency 365 stuff. And God is speaking to many people who they're listening to me, regardless if I speak profanity. They know what's going on. They can feel it in their hearts.
Yes.
So, I want you to pay attention to Prophet Charlie Shamp. Pay attention what he says. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to continue with the show.
Today, we want to bring clarity to this word regarding Kamala Harris and really begin to understand what the plan is, what the strategy of the enemy is. And I know that there's going to be many people that are going to be watching this particular broadcast. But today I want to hone in and really pull on intercessors, people that have a distinct calling in the body of Christ to pray and to intercede, to see the prophetic words come to pass, or even the enemy's plans that they would be forfeited and canceled. Now, we released this first word on September the 26th, 2017. I waited almost an entire month before I released this prophetic word, which I do often because I pray into every single word that the Lord gives me on the timing to release them. And so actually I had this encounter in August of that year, and I was in a hotel room, was doing some meetings, and was just praying for a particular gathering that we were having. And suddenly I was caught up in the realm of the spirit. I was taken to the state of California. I saw it like as if it was like I was flying through the air in the spirit, and I saw the state of California. And over that state, I saw a star that was rising. And in this encounter, the Lord showed me a dark black-skinned woman who I did not know at the time who she was. Now, again, this is 2017. And I had no idea who Kamala Harris was. I had never heard that name. I'd never seen her face.
Really?
In that moment, the Lord showed me this woman, that she was going to be the rising star that was going to come into and out of the Democratic Party, and that they were going to use her as a queen in the United States election to try to overtake President Trump. And the Lord spoke to me and said that she has been handpicked by some in power as a queen to trump President Trump in 2020. And this was a hidden vision, the Lord said to me, that was yet to be unfolded, but that she would be used as a political pawn in a game, and that they would use her to make political waves for a season, using her ethnicity, using several different ways to manipulate people.
All right, so they're going to use her for a pound, meaning an obstacle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to use her as an obstacle. What they're going to use, what the justification they're going to use it to provoke a wave in the public view? Racism.
Mm-hmm.
Division. Because the enemy works like that. Divide and conquer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's continue to listen.
In order to pull on the heartstrings of the nation, in order to prop her up for an agenda that they had. And at the time, in the encounter, I saw people ask me, well, why did you say queen? Why is there in the prophetic word pawn and rook and all these different chess pieces? And that's because that's the way that the Lord had showed it to me in the encounter. And we know that visions have sometimes symbology, and you have to pray through all these things, and you have to begin to, even during as time goes on, you begin to understand these different things that the Lord was really saying to you. But in this encounter, I actually saw like a chessboard, and I saw all these different moves that they were making. And at first she was a queen, but then she became a pawn in this particular vision. And I saw another chess piece move out in front of her. So I knew that there was someone else. The Lord did not reveal to me who that other person was going to be, but I knew that there was going to be another piece that was yet to be played, that was going to be put forth in front of her as almost a distraction. And in the encounter, this particular piece was a rook. And the Lord spoke to me and said that there would be, they would use her as a political pawn in a game only to put forth a rook to upset a king. But in the end, their plan would fail.
Okay. So, King Clement talked about a plan, a brilliant plan. And he said it was so good, so brilliant, that only could come from him. The plan to reveal the corruption in the Democratic Party. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe that that woman that was put in front to play the pawn and a game, see, it's a game, was going to be Nancy Pelosi. Because Nancy Pelosi, the Lord told me about Nancy Pelosi, was going to be an example of corruption. Okay? Are you following me, Shalom?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let's continue listening to the prophet.
I think that that is really important for me to say that, because a lot of people have been asking, well, are you saying that Harris is going to win the election? Are you saying that President Trump is going to lose the election? And I am emphatically saying that they are going to lose, that this is a plan that they have put together. But as the Lord has shown me, it will fail. Now, I believe that that's why we need to call upon those that are called specifically to intercession, because there is an attempt by the enemy to do whatever he can in order to put this woman into power.
Now, Kamala Harris just the VP. It's the vice president running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would she be in power?
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you why. The Lord told the prophet that they will do anything he can, that's the enemy, okay, to put her in power. But you see, the Lord is speaking in a mysterious way. The Lord is not talking about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is just the bait. Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a decoy. Got it? Are you listening, Shala?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's the point. I want you to remember that. At the end of this, I will tell you what they will try to do. Okay? Just remember that. Okay? All right.
So while we say the Lord said this plan is going to fail, that does not negate the place of intercession and prayer that is so desperately needed in this hour. And so in the encounter, the Lord spoke to me and actually showed me not Kamala Harris, the superficial, the front woman,
the politician. Is that what you mean? He's not showing you the politician, but the person? Are you saying that?
Yes, exactly. The not the one that they have groomed and made presentable for those that are voting to see, but the true person of the heart. And what I saw that this woman had a heart that was pliable. And so in the encounter, I saw that when this plan fails, and I believe that is going to fail, that there is going to be an opportunity, because she's going to realize that she's been used. She's been used as a political pawn in a game. And in that moment, she is going to have an opportunity. And the Lord said that she was going to be presented with an opportunity. And this opportunity will be more difficult. But if she chooses this path, in the end, the thing that was promised to her father and her mother, if she chooses, she will take their legacy and fulfill their legacy, and God will use her in a powerful way. And where she had been once hated by many, she will be trusted. And I saw her building bridges. Now, I know people are watching this and they're saying that is impossible, but I'm telling you, all things are possible through Christ.
So, the prophet just told us facts. How many people hate Kamala Harris? A lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So she's going to become loved by many after they hate her.
And no person is too far gone that God cannot reach them. But she still has to make that choice. But the Lord showed me that she would be a bridge builder, and that she would begin to champion civil rights in this hour, and that God would use her. And while the plan of the enemy would fail in putting them in power, God would give her a second chance and use her to see justice and to see freedom brought into the United States of America. Now, that was the very first word that the Lord began to give to me about her, concerning her. And again, that was in August. And of course, all these prophetic words are on our website, and also timestamped on social media as well, for people that want to get a hold of those. And there is a YouTube video that I did where I explained this in detail, that was released in 2018. Today, we want to bring clarity.
Okay, so that's the first video. Are you following me, Chala?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, so now let's take a look at the second part of the video. All right, so they're going to use Kamala Harris to provoke hate in America, to provoke division in America, more division than what it is right now. And that will happen in the next weeks, because this will happen before November 2nd.
He's also saying that she has another option, that she'll have a
Yes.
choice to make
Yeah, but that choice will be done
after.
Okay, after. So please pay attention, because I'm going to tell you something that many of you will not accept it. Okay? I'm going to tell you something that many of you will not accept it. I'm warning you. You can just dispose of, but don't attack me, because if it happens exactly as I told you, you're going to be sorry. Okay? You're going to be sorry, because I'm telling you right now, when this happened, when I was working on my PowerPoint, I did not have the intention to show this, but the Lord told me, show it. And that night, that was 2 nights ago, even Karen could not even sleep. And we talk about this. And she felt something very bad coming. It's going to be really ugly, guys. Okay? All right, so now let me stop it and let's watch the second video.